Hello everyone. Welcome to another exciting journey of learning and I really hope you guys are safe and doing well. As I mentioned in my previous video, yes, learning about IP has come on again with another exciting topic of F5 Big IP Load Balancer, which is F5 Big IP modules. In this video, we will be discussing about various big IP modules such as LTM, DNS, previously called as GTM, APM, ASM, WAF, AAM. Just to clear you guys, before moving, these all modules are software modules that run on big IP traffic management operating system software. To be clear, they are not individual hardware modules. For example, you don't buy another card to add a module. It's all logical licensing. You can use the software on a dedicated hardware appliance or on a virtual machine. Before we jump on detailing these modules, I would request you to please watch my first video, which is on an introduction to Big IP, where we have covered basic overview of Big IP and its key features, which is available on below given link, so that you guys would get on a good base to start this video. So now let's start seeing about these modules. Okay, the first one is local traffic manager, right? So let's understand this by a simple example. Here in this example, we have an application hosted in our network named as learning about IP. Considering the amount of traffic which we will be having on the servers, we have installed same application on 4 different servers and all in sync and belongs to same pool. In order to provide full redundancy, connection validation, reliability, and improved performance, we need someone who actually accepting the connections, managing them, balancing the load across the pool of servers, inspecting the traffic which is entering and existing from the network, and most important, that system should know about the availability of web servers, whether they are online or they are offline. Yes, we are talking about local traffic manager, generally called as LTM, which is in middle of client and servers. It provides virtual IP address to the application, and application is now mapped with the same IP address in DNS server. Now, all the users, those are trying to access learning about IP, are using the same virtual IP address. All the servers in the pools are hidden from the user, right? So, what the LTM is doing, it is actually validating the connection coming from client, and after validating it is again initiating a new connection towards the server, acting as a client. Guys, no scope for bad guys to send TCP half connections. Means bad guy to send sync messages where server responding back with SYN-ACK, but when the final acknowledgement was required to the server, it never responded back, resulting TCP half connections, which may lead slowness in responding to genuine connections and may lead to various attacks, most commonly known as DDoS attack. Half open connections is now discarded by LTM and only a validated connection will be forwarded to the servers. Guys, it means you have a better control on the traffic which is being sent to the web servers from client. Yes, it decreases the burden on the server and improves the overall performance of the application and provides seamless experience to the customer. Now the load is balanced across all the bunch of servers using various algorithms such as dynamic or static, which we will be covering in our next videos. And it also balances the loads considering various factors such as server performance, memory, and its availability. Guys, LTM does more, does have a more benefits which we are not covering in this video because we have to cover all the rest of the modules. But for a brief idea, I think the one which I have provided, that would be sufficient. So now let's move forward and see what the GTM or big IP DNS is doing. Okay, so now you have an LTM who is managing local traffic of learning about IP web server. So far, so good. Now you wanted this website to be accessible from internet. Remote users using VPN should connect. Users connecting your network through cloud should be able to connect the website. Not only the learning about IP, we may having multiple web servers in multiple DCs or on cloud. The main thing, where is the DNS server and who is managing the DNS server, or who is managing the name of learning about IP. You have two solutions, whether you can go for third party to manage your DNS, or you can have an in-house DNS server. Both are having advantages and drawbacks. All depends upon number of factors such as amount of traffic you will be having on the servers, what level of security you want. Selecting third party for DNS would be good if you are anticipating less amount of traffic with very rare updates. But if you are anticipating a good amount of traffic, then it would be good if you are having someone intelligent who is distributing the traffic smartly, securely, efficiently between the pool of servers and sometimes between the data centers. Yes, we require big IP DNS, previously called as GTM, to provide a smart DNS. Here, DNS is intelligently resolve name of learning about IP and provides IP address to users geographically closest to DC. DNS load balances request between data centers. In the example, we have two GTMs placed in two different data centers of same network and both are in sync. India users, those are trying to access learning about IP, will direct it to India DC DNS, and same goes with UK users to ensure that they get fast, secure and always available connection. If by any chance or if by any reason India DC goes down or India server overoccupied, Indian users would redirect it to UK DC DNS, ensuring best performance based on application, geolocation, business and network conditions. It is protecting your DNS infrastructure from DDoS attack, DNS hijacking, cache poisoning. Big IP DNS is not a DNS server for your internet facing website, but also it is for your private websites. I hope guys that we I just tried to give you a basic overview and I hope you have liked this and you got something from here. Now let's see what we are having in our next module. Okay, so the next one is APM, Access Policy Manager, generally called as APM. Now we have LTM who is doing destination based load balancing, and we have a GTM who is doing source based load balancing. Now we wanted to have our website learningaboutip.com publicly accessed, providing application access to the users. Those are distributed around the globe is quite complicated process. You may have unsecured clients and sometimes unknown devices requesting access to applications hosted into your network. It's quite challenging to determine who is trusted and who is not. In fact, that never applies. All are untrusted. It's a big challenge for us to protect the resources and at the same time provide simple and secure access. Yes, this can be achieved by Big IP. Yeah, Big IP has a module which address the issue regarding simple and secure access to the applications. Yes, I'm talking about Access Policy Manager. Access Policy Manager is a centralized access security solution which provides multiple services to protect and manage customer applications. Here we have an APM which simplify access management by providing centralized authentication, authorization, and accounting control directly on the Big IP system and provides centralized secure access to application anytime from anywhere. It is providing support for SSO, single sign-on access, which means you have one password to access all the application on all the devices from any location. APM is acting as an authentication proxy, which means no matter your application support latest authentication method or legacy, it will now translate it to something that backend application understand. This means we can enable user to same set of login credentials for all the applications. No matter are those legacy or new applications using the single sign-on functionality. With the help of APM, we can restrict user access to any part of website with creating the policies. So again, I try to give you a basic overview of APM. Now let's talk about the next module. Okay guys, now you have an in-house DNS server and your application learning about IP is globally accessed. It's quite obvious that if you have internet facing applications, then there are high chances that you may encounter to web based attacks. You definitely need someone who mitigates the attacks and provide protection against a wide range of web based attacks. Yes, we have a module in F5 which is called as Web Application Firewall, previously called as Application Security Manager. Big IP WAF is deployed between the web clients and the web application server. It analyzes each HTTP and HTTP request and blocks potential attacks before they reach to web application servers. It provides protection to our application against a wide range of attacks such as web scraping, automatic mass extraction of data from a website or sites, SQL injection, DDoS and DOS attacks, cross-site scripting, where the malicious browser code injection and trust site permission hijacking is generally done, JSON payload attacks, FTP application attacks, SMTP application attacks, XML application attacks, and many more. Any attack from layer 4 to layer 7, it helps to mitigate. So now let's move towards the next module. Okay, so now let's talk about the last and final module, that is application escalator module. Suppose our learning about IP website contains many graphical elements with large images, which is creating problem for the users. Those are accessing the website from home, especially from their mobile devices. Users get latency due to extra hops from their mobile devices to hotspot, then Wi-Fi, then service provider, because they have in between them. To overcome from these type of issues, Big IP introduced application escalator module, generally called as AAM, which optimize and increase the website performance by reducing the content you are delivering so that users gets faster access to the website. Big IP FM Big IP AAM module helps to increase server capacity through compression offload and caching, improving web application for performance by providing content caching and image optimization. Web escalator manager cache content on F5 Big IP or even force caching on the client browser with the goal of moving content closer to the user. Reduce the size of images by lowering the resolution quality, stripping out the unnecessary data, compression, and converting file formats to make them more efficient. So guys, this is all about Big IP modules. I hope I have gave you uh, brief idea about how the modules are acting in the Big IP and what application features they are providing. If you like this video, I would request you to please like, share, subscribe for my upcoming videos. I'm really working hard. Even my whole team is really working hard to provide you, the basics overviews and in a very efficient manner. So we are trying and we will be trying our best to provide you good learning. So keep learning, keep growing. Thank you.